Okay, so we've got a shorts. We've got Barracuda by Heart, and I'll go over that shorts with you. The phone just moved by itself. Thank you. I've been having a lot of that lately. Yesterday, I thought of a song, and it came on immediately. And I know none of this to you may sound new, but it's intensifying. Okay, so the reason it's called pause is because this weekend is like a pause in the cosmos, because on Monday, that wasn't quite the pause, huh? Because on Monday must be very important. On Monday we have 111 portal. Okay, so with that being said, um, we have a pause this weekend. So check out Barracuda. I want to go over these cards because they're just awesome. But the song's from 1977, so that's specific. The shirt is about athletics. That's specific. I'm supposed to tell you these things. And it said, burn, burn, burn if the real thing isn't enough, was the main line there. Burn, burn, burn if the real thing isn't enough. Okay, so that's going to help y'all, and you can check that song out. Now, we do have, with that changing up on things, for a couple days we changed it up a little. That picture of the sun that I took a few days ago looks like there's an angel behind it. If you look at the thumbnail, it looks like a big bright angel coming off it. That's what I see in that picture. And then we had the moon picture yesterday and the video on that. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this reading about the shorts. We had stay in hermit mode because this is a weekend of pause. Now, the divine masculine side of you, whoever, got free from a dark feminine energy. Now, I'm supposed to explain this to you because this could be someone that left a job, got out of prison, got out of jail, had a divorce. It could be just something from the spiritual realm where you freed yourself from a class, you graduated type of thing, you rewrote your soul contract. Whatever it is, this dark energy left. And it was due to you learning about shape-shifting energy and being outside looking in, meaning you're using your astral more than you are your earthly. And I remember telling you to do these things on last few videos and maybe the last week or two's energy, and you've done it. It's showing. The angels are playing their harps. They're so happy. So this is a pause energy. It's an energy where you're really full of energy, but they want you to channel it into more being grounded, staying pure. You're getting lots of downloads and visions, so your body has to be not worked out at the athletic place that's called the gymnasium, something that I'm not too frequent on, right? Okay, so they want you to stay more grounded and into nature and even into your bed. It doesn't matter because it's hard to upload somebody when they're already physically strained. The Empress came out at the end along with Purity again, but in the middle of Purity and Empress, which has been coming up a lot, and I shuffle these cards, yes I do, I shuffle them all the time. Yesterday's video, I just opened a cabinet and showed you what was on the bottom of them all from previous shuffles, okay? Today, I took them cards and I shuffled the heck out of them, okay? They want me to do a monster mash with my favorite deck, the Mage deck, so we're going to do that next. But to finish the shorts, you've got Purity, Empress, and in the middle, you've got Download, Visions, and Dreams. And that's where I'm saying stay pure, stay in your good energy, don't fall backwards, especially when these symptoms come in. You may feel really good 1 minute, and the next minute you want to lay down. Lay down. You may need to take a few aspirin to thin out your blood. That's what I do. I'm telling you these little secrets. Watch a good movie. Yesterday I watched Free Guy again. And that movie is so good because it's a cross between many of our favorite movies. It's a cross between, just off the top of my head, The Truman Show, The Matrix, and there was another one too, but I can't think of it offhand. But it's an awesome, awesome movie. And in the end, love wins again. And that's kind of reminded me of my Zim. I'm going to donate my money instead of doing a project if I'm allowed to, if that's what my soul contract's telling me I'm doing. And I'm choosing love, and I'm choosing the spaceship and that mission over trillions of dollars, right? So that's what she did at the end. She sold her whole computer company and everything in it for her twin. And he was with her all along on the YouTube, on the social media, on the games, on the platform, and she didn't even know it. But you see, you write your own soul contracts. So he wrote the program with her in mind. So it's just a really cool show. It's called Free Guy. And I watched it before, and this time when I watched it, I got a whole nother meaning from it. So you can't really watch movies over and over again enough. But I used to only watch a movie once. When I was in the Matrix and I was in it solid, right? I would watch it once and I wouldn't want to watch it again because it's like I got the meaning and I moved on. Where now, since I'm on so many different levels and I'm being awakened fully to them, I get all different meanings from them. Now, that's another thing I wanted to tell you is that when we came here, we agreed to be dumbed down. We agreed to be in the Matrix. So do not beat yourself up for being dumb in the past. But you're awakening now. So even realizing that you were dumb in the past is an awakening. Because if you don't even realize that you were dumb in the past, then you're not even waking up to that part. So you see what I'm saying? It's layered. This is all layered, and it is so exciting every day to get another layer of that onion peeled off, or every week or every couple days. Time doesn't exist. Okay, so we want to play Monster Mash. How are we going to play Monster Mash? Well, Monster Mash is 7 of Wands randomly at the bottom of my favorite deck. Monster Mash is where you take all the cards. I usually try to keep them upright, and then you can see that this is where you're stuck in the Matrix. Stuck in the Matrix. We were just talking about that, and my Stuck in the Matrix card comes up. Wow, isn't that cool? So I try to keep my cards upright, and then when a reversal comes or I feel like reading it in reverse, I do. But this game, or this type of reading, whatever you want to call it, see how words can be, so many different words can mean one thing. And that's why when somebody talks to me on a comment, or somebody talks to me and says, well, you said this, it's hard to explain to somebody the right answer now that I'm on higher levels. In the Matrix, it was easy. Go to page 69 in the big book. It will explain to you all about sex, okay? But now that you don't have a playbook, you just have your energy reading, and you just have your spirit, and you have your awakening. There's so many different words for one certain thing, there's so many different ways to talk. It's very, very difficult to explain to someone, well, you said this, and it's like, and I don't have to, and I don't, but I'm saying that if you're having that problem, that's why. It's because you're really awakening to all these levels, and it's hard to put it into words. And one word can mean all these different things. Okay, so Monster Mash is where I take the deck. Now we've got the Ace of Swords. So St. Michael's saying, now this is true. Listen up. Not that the past wasn't true, but this is our truth card. I try to keep all my cards upright and then read them as I read them, right? But Monster Mash is where you take the deck, and I do this periodically for people in readings. If you get a reading in person, even if you get a reading on the phone, you pretty much get to pick. I give you different options. There's so many different ways I do readings. Everything I do is so not the same every time. It's just, I could never script my life. I could never script my talk or my thinking. None of it. Because everything is just spontaneous like this. But what they tell me in Astro, and then I remember when I wake up, is what I do. So that's why Heart Barracuda is on there. And then we're going to go with Monster Mash. So you take the deck and you put it on the floor or on the couch here. Go on the couch. And you flip them all around. You just put them in a big circle and flip them all around. Okay, flip them all around. And then when you're done with the deck, you don't put them back upright. And you use that same deck for a few readings. So that's what we're going to do, okay? Now, you just take a card, one just flipped out, and it's in reverse, and it's Justice. So justice has not been served fully yet. That's why I said we're at the pause. We're at a pause weekend. It's not fully here yet, okay? Then we're going to take another card, and we got the Tower, and it's sideways. So the Tower hasn't fully went off yet either. And that makes sense because we're supposed to be getting like a Black Swan event, or we're supposed to be getting something worldly that's going to tower your moment. It's going to knock your socks off. I got socks on. Mine are still on. It's going to prove that justice is being served. So we want these to go this way, right? But they came out this way. Okay, and that was what I wanted to show you with the shorts. With the shorts, we've got the dark feminine in reverse next to the divine masculine. And then we had the purity, right, and the empress. And then the last card out was jaded in reverse that didn't get on. So you're no longer resentful. You're doing a great job, you guys. You're staying in this download, vision, dreams. You're letting it happen. You're doing the work in Astro. So this is back to what's going to happen next. Justice is going to get served, and the Tower is going to happen. But that's exactly where we're at right now, that pause. This one's on the side too. What's this one? The High Priestess. So secrets being revealed. Some are being revealed, but they're not all revealed. So keep using your intuition when one gets revealed. Keep using your intuition on everything. But this is more a secrets revealed card. So that's going to go right along with that Tower. It's on its side. Justice hasn't been served yet. The Tower hasn't fully hit. And the secrets have not been fully revealed yet. Now, when I put this deck together, it's going to be all jingle jangled, and we're going to continue tomorrow, maybe in the next day with it. But for right now, we're going to pick a card hidden under here. Ooh, 3 of them. So what do we got? We've got Page of Dynamism, which is my tornado card. So this is the Page of Swords. This is the Phlegm card. That's Steve and Phlegm, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So maybe Phlegm's flying. He'll know what that means. And there's the Chariot, because there's the Chariot. Okay, but back here to the reading. So we have tornadoes are possible for that tower moment. Weather, big time storms. That's what I'm getting here. That's my Shake It All Up card. That's like my tower card. And that came out. And it's of truth. See, Knight of Dynamism is truth. So it's a tornado of truth coming out. That's cleaning out of the dumbs. That's earthquakes. That's flooding. Why? Because you want to go towards your abundance. And it's coming in quick. That's always my coming in quick card. It's also my spaceship card. We're not talking, we're talking that cosmic download weekend that I was talking about. And I'm drawn how this is gray and the spaceship here is gray. And then he takes his mini spaceship and he comes out. That's like how I tell you the clouds, they cloak the spaceships. That's why there's big clouds and little clouds. Well, he's uncloaked and he's coming out and he's coming on in. He's coming on into Earth. So you could be connecting with your abundance and you're connecting with your animals and your twin. Oh, that's a good reading. Because as I told you, the feminine is now done with because you used your energy. You're on the outside looking in. He looks like he's on the outside looking in, doesn't he? But he's coming in. Okay, what else we got here? Yep, look at that. That's the Journey card. 6 of Swords. Doesn't get any better than that, okay? So he comes off of his spaceship into his mini spaceship. And then he has to get into a boat, an airplane, you know, a car, a rental car, an Uber, a horse. Okay? And then his quest is over. The King of Questing's in reversed. So he's figured it out. He's now in his rental car or he's coming towards it. Right there's the city. So these cards are showing you exactly. His quest is over. He's done sitting. He's not sitting king no more. This is where he's always sitting, figuring out the quest. There's his faith candles. He wants to go to Earth. Well, he's there now. Like the Terminator when he drops in naked. Hopefully he's got clothes on. Looks like he's got his spacesuit on. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Okay, I think we're going to leave it there because that definitely said everything. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you all for listening.